Greetings, game changers. This is Classic Games Redefined. My name's Rich. I'm taking a look at another one of my games here on Half the Checkerboard. This one got published in Games Magazine. Games Magazine is now Games and World of Puzzles, and they really don't do too much in the way of games anymore. They have some. But anyhow, this is playable with a standard checker set on Half a Checkerboard. What I have is these go stones I put down, which aren't necessary, but they mark the home areas. They show you where the white player is trying to target and the black player is trying to target the dark player. And the object is you want to get all your pieces home, kind of like in Halma or Chinese checkers. So it's called Halmette because it's a light version of Halma, but has its own twists. There are several types of moves you can do. If one of the move types involves entering a piece on the board, it would start in its home area and it has to vacate. You can't stay in that area, you have to go out. The way a piece moves is that once it's entered on the board, it acts like any other piece. And then there's several types of moves you can do. One of them is moving through a series of empty spaces and landing on an empty space. And I'll explain in a minute the restriction when I also go through the second move type, which is moving through a series of full pieces by either player, like this, passing through and ending on an empty space. You can't mix them up. You can't do the like that there. It has to be one or the other. So that's one. And also through the empty or full. Now, the way it moves is that if you have a piece on the board, it always has to end up closer. When doing this non-capture move, and I'll explain in a minute how capture works. When you're doing a non-capture move, that it has to end up closer to the base than it was before, which means this would be legal, that would be legal, that would be legal, that's legal, but going backwards like that, and that is not legal for the slide move. And remember, that's moving through a series of empty spaces or full spaces. Remember, you start out with 12 pieces per side, a standard checker set. So, there is also a second move type, which is the jump. If you have a piece on the board, you can do one or more, Chinese checker style. And this is only over enemy pieces. The other one through pieces can be friendly or enemy. You could jump like this and end up capturing all those. And then come off the board and they go back in the home area. If he did that, for example, go here, go there, go there. All three of these pieces go back and they go back in the home area. It's a way to stall your opponent. So you do it that way. You can also, if we had it here, and he's here, and let's say that piece is there, you could jump backwards. I'm going to move it up one. Again, you're not allowed. Actually, let me do the following. You couldn't jump over because it's a capture move. It's only done on empty pieces. Anyhow, that's how you play Halmette. The object is to get all 12 of your pieces off the board, or if your opponent doesn't have a legal move, you can win the game. Or if you don't have a legal move, your opponent wins. So anyhow, fairly straightforward, simple game. This made Games Magazine. And that's the latest. So, that's it. Fairly straightforward game. We'll have a link to it. Board Game Geek website. You can download the rules. But that's it. So, I do want to thank you for watching. May your die always roll 5. And remember, don't hate the player. Change the game.